baby responsible one. And it just goes back to baby.
It looks cute. Look at my girls. Look at my girls. Look how cute they are.
And don't make fun of my son. I realized I didn't really do a proper introduction to this video, so hi, I'm Sam. I know it's been a while if you're a subscriber, and if you're randomly stumbling upon this video, hi, I am Sam. That fact does not change whether you are a subscriber or not. I normally do art videos on this channel, but I wanted to experiment with a vlog because I haven't done a vlog in a really long time, and I've been watching a lot of like day in my life, week in my life, or whatever videos, and I'm like, I want to try that. So that's what this video is. Started this off by taking a picture of myself. Hello, I'm not used to filming in the car. We're in Iowa now. I was gonna film like clips of the driving process, but I was so exhausted that didn't happen. But yeah, so we moved from Florida to Iowa, and there is so much corn. I thought it was a meme, I thought it was a joke. It's true. It's real. There's corn literally everywhere. So, here's some clips randomly throughout my week. Okay, bye. This wall looks really plain. All right, excuse the mess. Still setting up, just moved. I will potentially clean more, set up more, make it pretty more later. But this is what we've got going on right now. But you will notice I have yarn. What's this? An illustrator, a painter, an artist has yarn? I have gotten way into crochet the last year, and I'm actually working on something right now. Look at that. Gorgeous. Called Spring Blue Stripes from Peaches and Cream. All right, so a little history on my interest in crochet. I actually started last year in February, and it was a Woobles kit that got me started, believe it or not. I have a lot of feelings and opinions and thoughts about the Woobles kits, but instead of talking about all that, I will link in the description a video from Katie, the Celestial Homebody. I did the hand thing too, you can't see, but her video is probably the most comprehensive, most well done Woobles kit review that I've seen on YouTube. So just assume I agree with everything that she says and go watch her video instead. But yeah, I really have been enjoying crochet, and last year was kind of a stressful year for me, so that was something that was really helpful for stress relief. And I made a ton of plushies, a ton of like little handbags, I've made a ton of bandanas, I've been doing some wearables, I've been doing all sorts of things, and it's just been a blast. And so yeah, I definitely recommend dabbling into other hobbies. I've actually been doing quite a few other hobbies. Like, y'all have probably heard by this point that I've been doing junk journal stuff if you follow me on social media, but I also got into candle decorating. It's not candle making, it's candle decorating, but I might end up having to do candle making because I was using votives for, like, you would heat up the top and then you would decorate the top with stuff, and it's just really pretty and it's really cute, and I have so much fun with that. But then the refills for votives, the glass jars, they never fit. They're always too small. So I'm like, that's not gonna work out. So would have to like melt your own wax to make it fit and refill the votive candle glass without like causing more waste, because I'm trying to avoid that. I'm like, oh, if I give somebody a candle gift, I can just refill it for them and redecorate it for them. But yeah, that's not working. And then, oh man, I've been getting into sewing. I've been, gosh, what are all my hobbies? I don't even know. I can't keep track of them anymore. But I've just been doing a whole bunch of stuff this past year, and yeah, so crochet has been one of them. And this particular pattern that I'm doing is a bandana from Passionate Kelsey here on YouTube, so I'll link that tutorial in the description if you want to check that out. And yeah, but do any of y'all crochet? Do any of y'all do any other hobbies aside from illustrating and art and stuff like that? So let me know in the comments. Bandana complete. So next up on my list is to get some work done. I'm going to be editing some stock photos for a stock pack that should be up by the time this video is up, because I have no idea when this video is going up, but the stock pack should be going up soon. So here's a little preview starring my dad. I've edited most of them already. They just need like a little bit of touch up. So like here, you got some stuff in the background. I was just gonna get rid of some of it. And here's some more preview that I need to finish editing. I can't scroll too much because I I need to edit out the face, but this is my niece. If you can't tell the theme already, it is baby hands, two old people hands. Alright, while this is uploading, I did start working on the banner advertisement for it. I think it gets the point across. I mean, we have baby hand, we have 10-year-old hand, and then we have old people hand. And it's kind of like the cycle of life. We have baby, responsible one, and it just goes back to baby. This is a very funny joke that's only funny if you know my family. And right when I say that, it finishes uploading. So go check it out. Link will be in the description to get a bunch of hands of different ages. Hello, new day, frizzy hair, let's go. So, plan for today is basically just read some more of this book. My goal has been to read at least one book a month, and I have been kind of slacking this month, and this is the closest book I have to finishing, and I'm over the halfway point, so I will get there. I will try. I have like 2 hours left at most on it. I've just been procrastinating for no good reason. Other plan for today, go to the library. There is a Russian group meetup, and I'm going to embarrass myself again because that's what you do as a language learner. And if I have the time and energy, I will draw. But if not, I will be drawing tomorrow on stream. So drawing is going to happen at some point. Look at this beautiful backdrop behind me. Anyway, finished with the Russian meetup. Didn't embarrass myself as much as I thought I was going to, but we are learning, so it's all part of the process. Ja ustala. So I am probably just going to spend the rest of the day vegging. I don't feel like drawing, so I will be drawing tomorrow on stream and probably spend the rest of the day watching YouTube and reading. Is this supposed to be an art vlog? Maybe not. I don't know. I just felt like making this kind of video. We're gonna try it out and see how it goes. Let me know your thoughts on how I'm doing so far. Okay. Stream is starting soon, and this is what I'll be working on. Woo! Alright, post-stream artwork. Did a lot of talking, not a lot of art, but that's how it tends to go. I did a few touch-ups and finished up some things. Chat wanted to see me finish this on stream potentially, so I probably won't be working on this until the next stream. So you might not see this done in this video, depending on how this video is gonna go, but otherwise, here is where we left off. Ooh. Good morning, new day. So, plans for today, aside from general chores, which I have many of to do. Still, you'd think moving would be pretty straightforward, but apparently it's not. It's just an endless list of paperwork and things to do and unpacking and cleaning and organizing, and it just never ends. But anyway, fun things I would like to get done today are finishing this book, which I'm very close. I think I have like a chapter left or something, a chapter or two left. Should be very easy. Next thing, I would like to do an art piece. So I did Art Fight last month, and I'll put on the screen here, I'll leave space for it, for editing me later, to put some on the screen right now of all the ones that I did. I'm trying to increase, widen, broaden. That's the word I want my portfolio. So did some various pet portraits, animals that I haven't normally done. Some I've never done, which was a lizard, which was really fun. And then I had to switch to doing digital only because packing and moving. So it was quite impressive for me to do 18 pieces last month. It's weird to think that it's last month. What is time right now? And I was just trying to do some things that I don't normally do or don't have a lot of and stuff like that. So I kind of want to continue that trend. So I'm hoping to do another artwork today and just, you know, art. However, I have been watching some junk journal videos, and I've told myself, no, you can't do any more junk journals until you get other things done. I really want to do junk journals now. So we will see how that goes. I also have homework to do. Is that gonna happen today though? we'll try and make it happen today. But yeah, that's my thoughts so far. Braining is hard in the morning. Okay, anyway. I think this is an okay shot. Hard to tell. Welcome to the floor. Did I get distracted to go shopping? Yes. Was it my fault? No. I was already out, okay, doing chores. There's the Dollar Tree just looking at me. Of course I had to go in. It's not my fault. All right, so good news out of the way first. I did get some yarn. It is the elusive orange that I have been looking for. It's not like an orange. I don't, like on camera, I feel like it's not too bad of a color. It's called salmon, but it's their chenille line, the premier chenille line at the Dollar Tree. And I've been looking for an orange color at several, but not that many Dollar Trees. And I've not been able to find it. So that's the good news. I have a nice orangish, it's not perfect. It's very much a pinky orange. So it's not like orange. I was wanting an orange, but this is better than no orange. So I'll take it. Downside is they didn't have quite a few colors. They had a few, but not too many of the chenille. And I was mostly looking for the yellow because this is all the yellow that I have left. So, but I'm not really a chenille yarn person. Like I'm not somebody who uses the type of soft yarns. I did end up buying like one of each color from, oh my god, I don't have the dark purple. I have the light purple. But this Dollar Tree had the dark purple. I would have bought the dark purple. Note for future me, there's another purple color that I don't have. Listen, this isn't a collector's thing, except in this case. But they were missing quite a few colors, so I was a little bit sad about that. But I did get an orange, which is very nice. And I just want to experiment a little bit with this type of yarn because I've not really used this. I mostly use acrylic or cotton. If I make a plushie, it's like I don't usually use plush yarn. Like when I do plushies, I do them out of acrylic yarn. Oh, this one has a hair on it. Please excuse that. But like, see, look at that. Oh, look at how cute. Oh, so adorable. So like, I use acrylic yarn, and I think it looks cute. Like, I don't know. For me, I've used it before. I don't have one of the plushies with me where I've used the chenille yarn before, but I made a bunch of ducks and like a bunch of birds and stuff for my family. It's very soft yarn to work with. And it is very cute, and the end result is very nice. But using it is kind of a pain. So, anyway, other things I bought was just more tape, because I'm out of tape. So, it's just regular masking tape. It's not that exciting. Well, I mean, to me it was exciting, because I'm out of tape. And I would like more tape, because I use tape. So for me, I'm like, woohoo, more tape. And then the other thing I bought, and this is going to be kind of weird for some people potentially, but I bought these clips, and I actually have a small like mini version of this. Hold on a second. I need y'all to see how adorable this is. Look at the tiny. It's like focusing on my face. Don't focus on my face. Look at that. It's so cute. Here's face for comparison for size wise. It is adorable. Okay. And I bought this for no reason. Capitalism over consumption took control of my body and I bought this cute little thing. However, I have found it to be useful. I have found a use for it in my paper crafting when I need to like hold papers together to sew them together. So that's been useful. And I was hoping to find another mini clip because I know where I bought this, and that was back in Florida. And I don't live in Florida anymore. So I can't buy another one. So I went to the dollar store and they happened to have these clips, and these were the smallest ones that they had. So it's not the same. Yeah, it's just not the same. But I'm gonna try it anyway. I want something that like distributes pressure. So I looked at a bunch of clips that they had there, like for food packaging clips to like keep bags closed, and they had like bumps on them and that like indents the paper, and I want to keep the paper flat. But they have like completely flat. I don't know if I can like show it on camera that well, but it's like flat. Oh, I could just do that. You know, so it sort of distributes things a little bit. And so I was hoping to not indent the paper for the temporary amount of time that this will be holding the paper. So I hope it's not too much pressure. If not, then I'll have to find another use for it. Or I'll just mail it to my dad because I'm sure he'll find a use for it. But when I'm like sewing these down the side here, especially because you have like these papers need to like stay still. So I would put the clip on here and it would help hold it in place. The other thing I was using was a binder clip, and that is like really sharp. So that definitely leaves indents onto the paper, and this works out much better. It's much softer. It doesn't leave an indent as much. Like I can still see the binder clip. I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but it's like right above my nail. And there's still an indent there. Hashtag sad. But yeah, so this is a junk journal that I've made recently where it's single page binding and it's very exciting. It's very cute. And that was it. I'm a huge spender. But now I gotta think what to do with this yarn now that I have an orange. I'm gonna have to make something. But we can't get distracted. We have things to do today. I need to finish the laundry. I would like to finish the sketch that I have going. I did start drawing, okay? I did. And I also still haven't finished reading my book. All right, so I made it this far on the artwork and I need to finish the laundry. I'm liking it so far though. It looks cute. It looks cute. Look at my girls. Look at my girls. Look how cute they are. Oh, so cute. All right, laundry put away. Good. I feel like that always goes faster than what you think it's gonna be. It's like so big in your head of like, oh, I have to do laundry. And then once you finally put the laundry away, it's like maybe 5 or 10 minutes. I do kind of small batches though, so. All right, on the floor, because sewing machine. I don't have a spot for it yet. So this is my new sewing machine. I just got it like a month or 2 ago or something like that. I forget. I have no idea how to use it. I've never really used a sewing machine before, so I've done very limited sewing stuff, very limited clothing repairs, very simple stuff, and that's what I'm going to be doing right now. I kind of forgot that we had this blanket, and it's got a bunch of holes in it, and I fixed another blanket that we have that's like this one, and I meant to do this one too. So just gotta start by finding the holes, which is actually kind of easy to find because this blanket has like another layer of stitching. I don't know how visible it is on camera, but like that, yeah, you can kind of see it, right? So anywhere where there's not that, there's holes. So it kind of makes it easy to find the holes. And so that's what I'm gonna be doing right now is quick fixing the blanket in a half-ass way because I don't know how to use the sewing machine. But guess what? With all of this fur, no one's gonna know. And actually, I'm not finding. He told me there's holes in this blanket. Where are the holes? I got the sewing machine all set up. Oh, I found one. All right, this tiny little hole. Can you even see that? Is that visible on camera? So it turns out the whole time that was not recording. I fixed the hole and you guys didn't even get to see me sew it. Oh my god. All right, maybe I can find another spot and I'll just like repair that spot and then you guys can like have footage of me sewing. But anyway, I had a whole spiel earlier of like how awesome it is in like a sarcastic voice to be like, oh, I'm working on the floor. But you know, work where you can, work where you're able to work, put your art where you're able to put it. You know, if you gotta do on the floor, you gotta do on the floor. There's this spot right here where there's like not yarn, oh my god, where there's thread coming up, so I'm just gonna kind of go over that spot so you guys can get some clips of me sewing since my dumbass forgot to hit record. All right, here we go. Take 2, and don't make fun of my sewing, okay? I'm learning. I just started. All right, be nice to me. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is great for my back, okay? All right, here we go. Okay, there we go. So I keep all the threads and then I'll just use them in my crochet projects. Blanket is fixed. I'm such a professional YouTuber. I looked over the entire blanket. He made it out to be like there was as many holes as there were in my blanket, and my blanket had like holes this big. Like, girl, just one hole? This chore is done, so that's good. I'm gonna get back to... I should read. I really should read. Like, I want to read. I would like to finish at least 1 book a month. I'm just procrastinating. All right, so this video is not sponsored, but do not skip this part because instead of a sponsorship, I wanted to shout out just something that I enjoy and something that I love and something that I feel like deserves more attention and is probably something that you would find interesting too. And that is my friend Kiki's comic, Kuro Shouri. This year is her 20th anniversary of working on this comic, and that's crazy. I've been following this comic for at least 15 years. I don't actually remember when I first started following her. It was way back on like DeviantArt days. But if you're into action, adventure, high school kids just being really dumb but in an entertaining way, also, you know, vampires, demons, magic, the usual, then I definitely recommend this comic. But it follows Yasha and Hisaki, who are 2 high school friends. They like each other. Best best friends, and one of them ends up having a demon inside of them. Ooh, spooky, what's going on? So you can follow their mishaps, adventures, and their dumbassery, and it's very entertaining, and it's very cute, and it's very fun. So definitely check it out. I'll put a link to her comic, her Blue Sky, and her Ko-fi page all in the description, so definitely go support her where you can. Comic artists thrive and survive on comments. Go comment on her comics. Comment on every single page. Say something nice. Be nice. But yeah, so I just want to do like a shout out instead of like sponsor. I don't have a sponsor anyway, but you know, if I did, I'd rather do this. Support other small artists out there, right? We gotta stick together.
All right, I worked a little bit more on this. I'm kind of just fiddling around with stuff. For the background, I basically just took a photo that I took years ago. There was some like houses and like other stuff in the background, and their characters are kind of like in the middle of the woods, so that didn't make any sense. Like there were power lines and stuff, so I just painted over all that, added some Photoshop filters before, after, and then I did some paint over, which the most obvious part is obviously added a tree on the left side, but I also did some painting at the bottom and painted over some of the clouds and everything just to kind of bring back some more texture and stuff. And for the characters, I know it's kind of a big jump from where I left it off, but here we go, colors, and then I'm just sort of playing over here with the layers. I know this would be much better if I showed you all my screen instead of showing you over my phone, but it is what it is. So I wanted to get some more blue from the sunset and the shadows, so I'm kind of fiddling around with layers right now, so adding a color and then bringing back some of their tones and colors and stuff, adding it to darker color. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making stuff up. Ignore that layer. Here started the shading already. Pretty much finished the shadows for her hair, and now I'm just kind of getting down some of the other shadows going. And then this is going to be some highlights, just quick draft, just some orange lighting. And then my little trick here, especially for like furry characters where like you can't see what the hell you're doing because there's so many patterns, I just do a flat layer of color. It doesn't matter what color it is, and then you can just do all the shading on top and not be lost with like, oh, there's all these different colors, oh, I can't see what I'm doing. Like imagine if there's like a ton of patterns all over this. If their outfits were much more interesting. I just find it much easier for my brain to process if I just flatten the color. And so everything is just one color, and then I can do all the shading. And then sometimes stuff will be like really dark, like her hair is really dark. So I might need to like come in later and add more shadows or something to darken something up. But that's so much easier to do once you have the base of just the shadows done. So that's my little trick for y'all. A bit of a ways to go. Probably won't finish it today, but yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you for commentary. Okay, bye. Japanese lesson done. Shower done. Next up on my to-do list, finally finish this thing. I think I have 40 pages left or so that's only gonna take me like an hour. So I'm gonna boot up some Spirit City and get myself the damn pigeon because it is so cute. And let's get reading. Look at my child. Look at him. He's so cute. Book is complete. I give it easy 5 stars. It's Inuyasha, of course I was gonna give it 5 stars. If you are at all a solid N3 in your Japanese studies and you can get your hands on this, super recommend it. Very approachable for your first novel, assuming your kanji is pretty strong. Also, really love the bookmark I used for this. From Paperback Paradise. Reading done, book done, time for art. After a snack. And yes, hair has reached next stage of drying process. All right, artwork is basically done. I think it looks pretty good. I was just gonna show y'all why references are so important. So this glow I have right here, and there's like a tiny little bit right here because I just duplicated this spot and moved it over here. So this is why reference photos are so helpful. So I really liked this glow here that's going on with this guy. And there's another photo where there's just like this little extra bit right here. I wanted to sort of emulate that. So don't mind me as I shakily hold the camera as I try and show y'all what I did, but setting this to normal. So what I did was I color picked from the background this yellow and then another pink kind of color, and I painted 2 circles, one right here and one right here. The yellow one was here and the pink one was here. And then I just went over to the slider and then I just moved it towards white. Not white, but just whiter. And then put that in the middle. Then I just Gaussian blurred it. And then I set the layer to thin light. And it kind of added this neat glow. And I did it over the line art layer, so it kind of goes through the lines too. And I think that kind of adds to the effect. So adds a little bit of sun camera glow thing. And I think it just kind of sets the scene a little bit more. And it looks nice. Yay. Good morning. Today is going to be a very Russian day, hopefully. I have so much homework. I technically have started it, so I'm going to need you to get all the way off my back on this one, okay? However, I also started a junk journal. Listen, okay? Listen. I've done where you have the this middle part, I don't know what it's called, that like middle section before, but I've made it like small, and I don't think I've done like an actual separate piece. Like I used 3 different pieces of cardboard for this, so it folds like that. Isn't that cute? And you can kind of see, I think, maybe through the paper. Was it this side or was it this? Oh, it's this side. You can kind of see that it was a Teddy Grahams box that I used for this. But I think it came out cute, and I'm excited to decorate the cover more so than I am about doing the inside pages, because that is my least favorite part, is doing the pages on the inside. And the other thing is I was thinking of doing 2 signatures on this one. I don't think I've done 2 signatures before. Yeah, I think this will be a first. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of procrastinate on that because making the cover is the most fun part. And I went ahead and cut up another box. So I just sort of cut out the cleanest sections. I still needed to do this one. There's definitely like at least a bookmark available there for that one. And yes, it's Pop-Tarts, don't judge me. I have this much material to work with, and I was thinking of making like a tiny one, so like from the backing of one of the sides to do like a sort of mini booklet thing. And this one could just be a bookmark, because I really have been wanting to make bookmarks recently and I haven't done it yet. So, but I will do my homework, all right? Listen, I will get to it. It's gonna happen today. I'm gonna do my Russian homework. It's due tomorrow. Oh, hi. Literally right after I filmed that last clip, I got a package that I have been waiting for. I ordered basically probably the last package I'm going to be able to order from abroad, given the whole situation. Contact your politicians, okay? But it has been through the ringer. Like, look at this poor child. Who did this to you? But they're here. All right, first up is Russian to Japanese dictionary. Let's open it up. I'm so hyped for all of these books. Oh, it's in like a box. It looks fancy. Look at that. How cool. Oh my god, there's so much katakana. This is gonna be Japanese practice more than it's gonna be Russian practice. Oh my gosh. All the katakana is gonna just murder me. And all this stuff was from Surugaya. I mean, now that I don't live in California and I don't have access to Book Off, RIP, that was such a great store. If I buy physical books from Japan, well, I can't anymore, but like I was using Surugaya, and they have a free shipping, no minimums thing. I don't know if they're gonna do it anymore, at least to the US. But that was like a really great deal to get Japanese books from abroad, in case you were curious. Everything's used, but Japanese used means like basically like new for Americans. I also got this, which I'm super hyped about. So it's a Russian textbook in Japanese. So learning Russian from Japanese. I've gone through 2 textbooks already, from Japanese to Russian. And if you know Japanese and you want to learn Russian, super recommend. I know this is a very like a niche audience I'm talking to, but English textbooks to learn Russian, they all are like not good. Like I've not really come across one that I've liked yet. Whereas the Japanese ones, just they do such a better job. But also like there's some more overlap in concepts, I feel like, when it comes to grammar. So here's just a random page. Next up, oh, this one. Okay, so this is English idioms. Here's the book. Ooh, ah, like popular English phrases, and then how to like translate them into Japanese. Like so to help. So this is a book for Japanese speakers to learn English.
but I thought it would be interesting to see like how our phrases are translated into Japanese. So this one is a sort of this is a dictionary for Japanese speakers to learn Japanese, if that makes sense. Basically, just Japanese phrases. There's like glare because there's plastic on it. Kind of like up your literacy and like, you know, English, not English, Japanese skills. Also, what is going on with my hair? I just noticed that. This is what happens when I like just wake up and I have bedhead. So here's the inside of this book. So these are supposed to be more emotional geared phrases. Up your vocabulary if you're a Japanese speaker or if you know enough Japanese to be able to read this sort of dictionary. It's so tiny though. I didn't expect it to be so small. And the last one, so this one is comparing very similar English phrasing. So like in the front you can see like see a doctor and what was it, need a doctor, see a doctor. I thought this would be interesting to see like not just how they would translate that into Japanese, but like maybe I could learn more Japanese nuance by seeing them try to explain English nuance. There's like words that you don't even really think of. Row, cast, and toss. This is so cool. I would love a book like this in Russian. If anybody knows anything like this kind of book in Russian, let me know. Either from English to Russian, like explaining Russian nuance, or in Russian about English, explaining English nuance. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new books. I'm so happy right now. I can't believe they came. I was so concerned. I'm going through a Russian textbook right now, so I don't want to start a new one, but otherwise, like, I would also want to dive into this one. But for those curious, this is the English one that I'm using right now. I have just been not using it. It's not a very exciting textbook, but it is quick because my Russian level is above where this textbook, at least where I'm at in this textbook, my Russian level is above where I'm at. But I used the first edition for this Russian textbook and it was awful. Like that was by far probably the worst textbook ever, like of textbooks that I have used in my life. This one is the second edition and it's leagues better, but so far very mid. I'm not very excited about it. And I was hoping to actually finish it last year and that didn't happen. So maybe I can rush through it and finish it this year and then I don't really have to deal with this one again. And then I can switch to the Japanese one, which I'm assuming is going to be just much better. So this is the first textbook that I used from Japanese to Russian. If you're like really solid N3, like intermediate Japanese, early intermediate Japanese, this textbook is really easy to understand, very basic Japanese. The only caveat is that you're probably gonna have to get familiar with like noun, verb, adverb, particle, like you know, grammar, vocabulary. But aside from that, this book is really approachable for Japanese. And as far as learning Russian goes, this book, such an easy 5-star. I've not seen Russian explained in a more simple to understand way, especially when it came to cases. Like this book, so good. Super recommend this book. The only downside I would say with this book is that it's small. It definitely gives you like a foundation in Russian. I just wish that there was more content in it. It's so good that I want more, basically is what I'm saying. But this Zero Kara Sato series seems to be really good. So if you're trying to learn another language from Japanese, I would recommend this series because just from my experience with this book, like this was so good. I actually have 2 other ones for Chinese. I have vocabulary and grammar, I think, for Chinese. But that's for future me. I'm doing Russian right now. Okay, one language at a time. But yeah, so that's my mail, and I'm in a good mood now. That's super exciting. Now to Russian homework, I swear. Listen, am I going to do Russian homework? Yes. Have I yet? No. But look how cute this is. I just cut the initial box, but look at how small. The little spine, that's the word I was looking for, spine. Thank you for everyone who was commenting that, I'm sure, as you were watching. But it's so tiny. Oh, it's going to be so cute. I don't know what paper to use with it yet, but I just wanted to go ahead and pre-cut, and I wanted a really tiny spine, so this worked out perfect. Oh, I love it. Hi, hello, it's me again. In my office. It is kind of cool to say in my office, but also, I'm just here the majority of the time. I don't have a life. I don't really do anything. This is just what I do. But anyway, I'm taking a break from my Russian homework, which I did do. Some Russian homework. I got like 50% done. So, give me some credit here. My head kind of hurts. I want a break. So I did work a little bit more on the mini junk journal, and I just want to show some progress. So let's take a look. Look at how cute. This was like one of the first fancy papers that I bought when I started doing my junk journal stuff. I still have it. It's crazy. I thought I ran out, but I keep finding more. And I bought one sheet. It was a 112 by 12 sheet, and I keep finding more pieces. I didn't know what to put on the inside. I do have this giant pile of hold on, there's so much crap on my desk right now. I did have this giant pile of Crayola papers, and I've had this for forever. It was like really cheap, a bunch of different color papers. I think I used up pretty much all of the black paper in here. A bunch of really fun papers. However, they are not light fast at all. So if you're thinking of buying those craft papers, which they sell them at Walmart, they sell them I think at Michael's, they sell them everywhere. Like you will see them. Just giant stack of multicolor Crayola papers. They fade really quickly and really noticeably. It was especially bad with the purple and the black, I think it was. Just a heads up there. But anyway, so I was gonna put one of those on the inside, either the green or the blue, but they really just didn't go, and I didn't really like the look of it, so I decided to go with this paper that I dyed forever ago. I'm a little concerned though now with the, not binding, what's it called, but the in between, the gaps in between the spine, because it's just this paper and then this paper, and that's it. And I'm like, should I have put a third paper or like some tape or something in between to add a little bit more structural stability? I mean, it folds perfect, like it folds great, but like all that's keeping those two together is just those two papers. I'm a little concerned about that, but I don't know. It's my first time kind of like doing this sort of thing. So I have this one, and then I have the tiny baby one. It's so cute. Look at that. Look at the size difference. How big is this one actually? I don't even know. So it's 2.5 inches. Probably about 2.5 inches. Yeah, thereabouts. So it's a baby. It's a baby. But I like making them small. I feel like they're so cute. So if somebody has like a tip of making like the actual inside signatures more fun to do, please let me know. It's my least favorite part by far. I enjoy doing the covers. I enjoy decorating. I enjoy all of that stuff. I don't mind having to cut up the cardboard and things like that. All of that, don't mind. It's just the signatures that I hate doing. So if anybody has any tips to make it more fun or just to make the process easier and faster, let me know. But otherwise, this is what I've got going on right now. I realize I probably didn't record a clip, but I did get him. Look at my child. Look at my son. Привет. Good morning. I felt so shitty yesterday. I don't know what happened. I just had a headache that was getting worse and worse and worse, and nothing I did made it go away. So I didn't have a fun day yesterday, but I did finish my homework, and I did have my tutor session this morning, and it went pretty well. So that was good. Baby steps for our freshen. I did, however, work a tiny bit more on the junk journals. I have 2 signatures prepared for each one, so here they are. They needed some trimming. It's a bit of a tight fit, but it works. It works, and it's very cute still. So I definitely need to do some trimming there, and I found it helped to do kind of mass cutting at the same time, so I would have papers all about the similar size and then like cut them down to size. Trimming that all down at the same time helped make it easier to do these paper trimming sizing things. The part that makes it hard is that I have quite a bit of paper that's just packaging paper that came from packages, so it's massive, and you kind of have to like then cut it down and then cut it down again. And since I make these random sizes every time, it's kind of hard to know what to cut them down to. But yes, there's my little tip so far. I have to figure out what color floss to use for these too. Got the signatures in, and I have to say that was much more difficult than I thought. This is my first time doing 2 signatures in a book before, so, and also like I'm not used to doing this kind of spine. Normally I just fold in half kind of thing, so this is all kind of new experience. I screwed up a little bit right here. I'm not sure if I should add an extra cover because this went through that side spot that I was worried about earlier. So I think I might add another layer on the outside just so it is a little bit more secure. I'm just a little bit worried about that spot. But otherwise, this is coming out very cute. And I get to do my favorite part now, which is decorating. Yeah, I don't know how much more I'll film today because it's actually been a week. So I don't know if I don't even know if I'll be able to finish these today because I have a lot of chores to do now that I think about it. So I'll probably be doing that for a lot of today, and then get in some reading where I can. All right, I think that's kind of it for this vlog experiment video. I know I didn't finish some projects, I didn't start some other projects that I wanted to do. I kind of just want to get this video done, so I'm gonna call it here. But hopefully you thought this was interesting or entertaining or something. If you're working on any projects while you were listening or watching along, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. And also, how have you been? It's been over a year since I've posted a video on here, so what's new? What's the haps? How's life? I don't know if I'll be doing this type of video again, but if you guys really liked it, maybe I'll do it every once in a while. I'm probably not going to do every week because that's a lot, and I don't really want to do that. But this was really fun, so hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And yeah, I think that's kind of it that I've got for you. So anything else I'll just leave in the description if I've missed anything, or if there's anything I referenced in this video that you want to see, it's probably in the description. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye. Is it focusing on my face the whole time I'm doing this? So you just see me looking like an idiot. I'm so cute.